Immigration searches the jails every single day, all day, looking for people who are locked up in this country without permission. And if they find you, they put a detainer on you. You will remain in custody until immigration is done with you. That is usually about 9 months to a year, depending on how fast you can get to a hearing, not to mention the thousands of dollars that you will spend on lawyers trying to stay in this country. That's what you have waiting for you if you go to jail. Neither of you have Texas driver licenses, so you are not allowed to drive. Both of you will be signing a promise with me that you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care what you need to do. I don't care if there's a burning building. Mother Teresa needs to go to church. I don't care. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You will be facing an additional 6 months every time you drive because it's an offense in and of itself. I guarantee you, if you do anything more than a day, immigration will put a detainer on you.
Why not? Come on in.
Boyd, oh Boyd, she destroys another defendant who follows her man around like a little puppy dog while her child is just along for the ride. She has moved without permission while on paper, hence the Zoom call, and Judge Boyd is about to drop the hammer on her little world. Judge is looking out for someone that no one seems to care about in this case, which is the little girl. Judge Boyd is on point yet again, and because this is the best channel on LawTube, you get the update right after this first appearance on Zoom. I will be streamlining my playlists to be more specific for your viewing pleasure. But for now, check out this gem right here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, set your notifications to all. Let's roll, nerds.
All right, Joaquin Mendez is in federal custody.
He cannot be present, and Ms. Beasley can expand on why that is.
All right, Ms. Beasley.
Yes, ma'am.
You have issues on your probation. What do you think those issues are?
I have not completed a few things on my probation.
Do you want to go to prison?
No, ma'am.
Then why are you not doing what is being asked of you?
I currently am. I have to just pay my fees, I know, and then I'm currently in my outpatient class that I start on the 12th of June. So
have you turned over information to probation showing that you're actually doing this?
Yes, ma'am. Your Honor, the intensive outpatient treatment begins with Bear County on the 12th of June. And I've also completed my drug offender class. I'm trying to see, everybody's saying, like, as far as my probation officer that I currently have says that my parenting class is not on file, which I don't know why, because I had to do my parenting class in order to get my child back.
Did you complete it?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
Let me ask you, what have you learned from parenting?
I mean, I just learned how to cope with things I have going on in order to take care of my child and make sure she has a good life.
Well, what I'm getting here, which I have an issue with, is that it appears that you keep following your boyfriend wherever he may be.
No, ma'am, that's not what's going on.
No, that's what it says here. It says you were supposed to be in Pflugerville, and then you left Pflugerville. Then you returned to Bear County to live with your boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So then Travis County closes the case. Mm-hmm. Then in April, you said you're returning to Travis County because your boyfriend has a job in Austin.
Yes, ma'am. That is my boyfriend that I'm currently pregnant by. And that's the only reason why I moved to Bexar County back there because that's where he was at. And this is not the person that it was that I got in trouble for, nothing like that.
No, it appears that you keep bringing people into your child's life. That's why you have had the CPS case. That's why I ordered parenting classes, because you keep putting boyfriends before your children, because you keep moving from place to place. I am sure, how old is your oldest child?
He's 5.
I am sure your 5-year-old is probably saying, please, can I just be in a class with classmates and know these people and not be moved from place to place? You have your core person. Your core person is your boyfriend. Your child would like to have, if Susie's her best friend, she would like to know that Susie's going to be my best friend tomorrow, because I'm not getting moved from place to place because some boyfriend is going from job to job. And that's what you're doing. And you keep changing addresses, and the court is not having that anymore. What are you doing with your life other than following your boyfriend around? Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
So why do you keep following your boyfriend around? What is it he find a job wherever you are so that your child is not uprooted constantly?
Well, as of right now, Your Honor, my child hasn't started school, so I felt like this would have been the most reasonable time to do this, to move wherever the job was better at. I work from home, so it's not really just too much of an issue for me.
No, not for you. It's an issue for the child. And I don't think parents understand. Basically, your lifestyle for your child is not stable for her. Adults are always making moves to benefit themselves. And in the background, they say, oh, well, it's benefiting my child because I'm going with this new guy and he has a job here, so we're going to have a better living situation. That's not stability for your child. So now she's made friends wherever she made friends, and then she's moving to a whole nother city, have to make all new friendships. When you have your core connection is this boyfriend that you're following around from place to place. And you're following people from place to place and not receiving permission from the court to do so. You are on paper. And that means that when you're on paper, you follow the rules that I give you. You don't up and leave from place to place. And it appears that you've moved like maybe 3 different times without the court's permission. And you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And what great job did your boyfriend have that you moved to Austin?
He's a teacher, Your Honor. He coaches as well.
Do we have any proof of that?
No, Your Honor.
We have 0 proof of that. And I'm telling you right now, you are coming back to live with your father, the child's grandfather. And I'm sure that was the person that CPS had as your, what is it called?
Safety.
Yes, safety person. So you're coming back to move with that child's grandfather, and that is where you are going to be. And if you're going to be living with this boyfriend, then you need to provide information to probation, what his name is, where he works, and who is he? Because I don't know.
I have spoke to Miss Callie Jones. Miss Callie Jones had him email her a letter of where he works and who I'm staying with, and that he provides everything as for me as far as paying the bills and stuff. So that email has been sent out, and I actually have the email as well.
I don't have that information, and I did not approve of that. So you're coming back to live with your daughter's grandfather.
But Your Honor, as of right now, I cannot do that because my father has a restraining order because he tried to shoot me. He has a felony right now of trying to do that. So.
Oh, really? Is that what we have?
He's from what Miss Beasley reports is he's currently or was currently in jail for.
Do we have information of that?
That's what I don't have it offhand, Your Honor. I'd have to kind of research that a little bit.
Okay, because I don't have any documentation of that.
I know that that's what Ms. Beasley told Officer Rodriguez as well.
Well, if that happened in Bear County, there should be some sort of documentation of that.
Excuse me, it didn't happen in Bear County. It happened in Killeen. That's where he lives. That's where he never lived in Bear County.
Oh, well, it still should be easy enough for us to find that as well. So where did this supposedly happen?
In Bell County, yes.
All right. We're going to find that out.
Okay.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes.
So if she has completed the classes that were mandated, the parenting program, the drug course, we just do not have any type of documentation of that.
All right. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to reset this because I want information on her father. And she's going to provide all that documentation. If that documentation is not provided, then a warrant is going to be issued for your arrest if you don't provide this documentation to probation that they're saying they do not have. We're going to come back. Ms. Ferguson, can we bring this back on June 1st? All right, we're coming back on June 1st.
I have a question, Your Honor. So with
Yes.
the probation officers that do have this information, I'm just trying to figure out why it's not getting back to you that do have the documentation of stuff that I finished.
All right. Well, I can't answer that question. I'm not the probation officer.
Bear County Probation does not have the information.
Yes. Bear County Probation has no information.
Okay, because I've had my probation officer with Coppers Cove and Travis County, and those two.
Well, see, here's the thing. The problem is your Travis County, it's closed. You know why it's closed? Because you're no longer there. All these places that you're talking about, probation should have it here or have it there, they've closed out because you leave without permission. And a motion to revoke should really be filed against you, and you should be brought back to Bear County and brought over from the jail wearing blue because you are just moving without the court's permission, and you're moving around with a 5-year-old and not providing them any stability, which the court does not like.
It's not about stability. I have apartments. My leases are up. I move. Like, that's just all there is.
Here's the thing. Do you not understand that you're on probation? It's a contract with the court. And if you don't follow the rules I set for you, that you could go to prison. How hard is that to understand? You don't get to move wherever you want to live because you're on probation, or as people say, you're on paper. You don't get to do whatever you want to do. You're supposed to do what the court is telling you to do. And as a part of your instructions, all these places that you're moving to, I didn't give you permission to move to. And then you're moving to them. And then you're just leaving, going somewhere else. And then I get notice that probation and these different cities or counties that you're staying in, they're closing it because you moved somewhere else. Again, following a boyfriend. I don't know why. It doesn't matter to me if it's boyfriend or girlfriend. People be pinning their hopes on these people. Will you please turn off your phone, Miss Conley? People be pinning their hopes and dreams on a boyfriend or girlfriend. They don't have any legal connection with them. They're just following them across the world. So this is coming back on June 1st. And if you're in Austin, you need to get thee to Bear County because that's where that hearing is going to take place. It's not going to take place by Zoom. And your boyfriend should be able to give you bus fare or whatever it is to get to Austin.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So we'll see you in Bear County June 1st.
Many months later.
Camilla Beasley. All right. So, Miss Beasley, do you have any children living with you? All right. And who is that?
Royalty, she's not fired.
All right. So, I'm not going to allow you to live with Mr. Williams because he has issues of his own. You understand?
Yes, ma'am. I don't, and I wanted to let you know, we're not together no more, nothing like that is going
When
on.
did you need to speak up? When did that end?
I would say about a month ago.
Because you were just here with us by Zoom, were you not?
Yes, ma'am.
And when was that?
Thursday.
Thursday. So who are you living with?
No, we are in my apartment. That's where we are at in Austin.
And who lives in the apartment with you?
Me and Loyalty, he doesn't stay there anymore. He's back in San Antonio.
No, that's not what you said on the Zoom. I will tell you, my mind is a steel trap. I remember you being on Zoom and I remember you saying that you lived there with him.
Yes,
And my
ma'am.
issue was that you all were jumping from place to place to place.
Yes, ma'am. So we were living with him at first in San Antonio. Then we moved to Austin. I stayed in Austin. He left back to San Antonio.
Deputy Laura, can you look this cause number up and tell me if he is in custody? It's 2018 CR 12116. Jamarkese, Jamarkese Williams. Or I guess it's Jamarcus. All right, so he's not here in Bexar County, because if he was, there's a warrant for his arrest and he would be here. So he's not here.
He's not with me,
No.
so I don't know where
All
he's
right.
at.
So you need to come back to Bexar County
Yes.
because you're not in a stable situation and you're not even stable where you are because you say the lease is not even in your name because of your issues. So you need to come back to Bexar County. You understand? All right. Bashan,
Yes, Your Honor.
on this case, I'm giving her 14 days to get back to Bexar County. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are not allowed to move anywhere else without my permission. So if there isn't something on your paperwork that says Judge Boyd is giving you permission to move, you are not to. Do you understand? All right, so she needs to be back. I'm going to give her till June 20th. So I'm giving you more than 14 days. So you're coming back here by that time. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm going to explain something to you. I know sometimes people say, Judge, it's not your business that I'm moving all over the place and taking my child everywhere, but it is. And the problem is people don't understand that children are people too. And part of my job when I take, people and place them on probation is to protect the community. And for some reason, people think protecting the community doesn't include children, that children have no rights and they should just go on their merry way on whatever adventures or misadventures their parents are taking them. So if you look at it objectively, your daughter has been taken from place to place to place. And Mr. Williams, he's not her biological father, is he? So I want you to think about how many men or how many adults you've brought into your daughter's life that shouldn't be there. He is on probation for assault, bodily injury out of a felony court. And that's who you brought into your daughter's life. I don't know why people don't do background on people when they have children. You should stop bringing random people into your child's life. You understand? Probation, is there anything else that she needs?
Your Honor, she completed a parenting program that was for a 4-hour course. Is that acceptable in court's eyes?
What did you learn from that course?
Well, I took it in 2022. I can't say everything I remember, basics as far as how you should treat your child and how to cope with things with your child, how to act around your child, what not to do around your child.
How not to bring inappropriate people around your child, which is what you did. She needs an updated course of parenting, a remedial course in parenting. So if there's another course for her to take, and it doesn't have to be the complete long course, but obviously she didn't get the point that you're not supposed to just allow random people around your child. So is there a course? Should we try rainbows?
I'll talk to the CSO to see what we come up with, Your Honor.
Okay.
But as far as alternate naming conditions, is it okay that I discipline parenting course?
Yes.
And then
And if you are not by care by June 20th, what's going to end up happening is a warrant may be issued for your arrest. You understand?
I do want to point out, Your Honor, that her intensive outpatient treatment begins on the 12th of this month. So, and that will be in person as
Okay.
well
Okay.
here.
All right. And can you make sure that they do field visits?
Yes, Your Honor. How many times a month?
Let's start off with one time per month until she has at least been in outpatient treatment for at least 2 months. And if probation doesn't see any issues at the home, they can then do field visits as they deem necessary. Now, is there anything else you need? And how old is your child? All right, so let me explain something to you. She is 100% dependent on you to protect her, to bring good people into her life. You understand? You can't come first anymore. It has to be her because she cannot get a job on her own. She cannot take care of herself. She can't enter into contracts where she gets apartments on her own and any of that. She's dependent on you. You understand? All right. Is there anything else you need from me? You sure? All right. So in this court probation, to be successful, you got to communicate. If there's something going on in your life that you need help with, contact probation. If you feel they're not addressing that issue, then you can come to court. Okay. All right. Good luck to you.